welcome to Artisan Enlightened. My name is James Carino. I got my friend Jason Herr. Go ahead and say hi.
Hello.
And we're going to be doing a regular landscape painting today, doing a mountain scene, and probably a sunset. So a little bit of reflection there. And let's get started. Okay, we're going to be doing just a regular landscape painting. And we're going to start with the sky. So I got the canvas all primed. I also got the canvas with liquid white on it. So it's ready to go. We already did the touch test. So let's do some blue sky up here first. And get some blue sky in. Just get a little bit of blue here. Put this away here to the side. Okay, a little bit of blue, a little bit of titanium white into the blue, into the white. So we're going to make the blue, because you don't want to use full Prussian blue. It's just really strong. I want to make a little bit softer background. So we'll start with this, and we'll start painting on the landscape up here. Maybe just a little stripe there. I don't want to get it too dark in all one area. And just crisscross. Kind of make it to where it's not noticeable. So blended well. A little bit of blue down in here. Okay, that looks pretty good for the start. Get it blended well. You see how that liquid white really makes the difference in that blend. Just comes together natural. Okay, now let's probably go into a little bit of orange. I'm not going to clean off my brush, so on the mixing palette I'm just going to just use this right here, still staying dry, getting a lot of the blue out, and we'll go straight into using the Indian yellow for the sky, sunset sky. Okay, so we just take a little bit of it, still a dirty brush, take a little bit of the Indian yellow, take it out, add it a little bit, get it on, get it into the bristles. You want to get that yellow in there. Okay, and blend the yellow in. Ooh, that's strong. That's pretty strong, huh, Jace?
Yeah, just a bit.
That's all right.
It'll get blended.
He'll blend it. He'll blend.
It's interesting how it looks more orange on the palette, and then you put it on there and it's more yellow.
Yeah, it's colors, especially when you get bristles on there. But yeah, more or less. We can go brighter down here, make it darker for the shadow to be in this area, Jace. Then we'll do lighter here. And it's easier just to make it lighter. I can show you that, and that's pretty simple. Not too hard to do. Subtle. Okay, now we're going to go with more of a white on this side for lighter color. And going back to mixing palette again. Get that yellow out. Like I said, you have to get the dry brush. Or you want to call it dirty brush. Still using the same brush. Go back into white. And just take some white. Take some white. Take some white. Go over here, back to your, and we'll lighten this up right here. Now, if you look at it, it's more whiter here, darker there. That's what we want. Just keep it blended. Like so. Now, let's put some water down here. So we're going to go back to that blue. I hate to mix the colors, but I'm going to have to do it anyways. Kind of trying to make a speedy video, guys. So all you two YouTubers out there, you can be entertained. YouTube people, main question. What's the number one thing you always put on a painting before you paint it with a wet on wet? Liquid white, or you can, if you have a dark painting, it can be the liquid clear, or they could call it magic white, whatever. Those that do too, to do dark and light backgrounds. So now we're going to take that same dirty brush right here, and we're going to go into blue and try to make some water. A little bit of blue, a little bit more stronger than the sky. I want this water to be a little bit more pronounced. Okay, now going back to one, we're going to make some water going across. Just maybe going in the side like this. Going to the side right here like this. Then blend it. Just like I have a trainer that used to teach me this, and he would say, talk to yourself, do whatever to make the painting work properly. And he says, just what that does is it helps. So I picked it up on Bram. Bram's the one that taught me. So just get that more pronounced white and clear in the middle, a little bit of blue on the other sides, and I think we are looking good, guys. Nice and level. And I say that doesn't look too bad, if I have to say so myself. Looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. Okay. Just all right. Going back to the mixing palette. We're going to take a couple of these off, clean it up a little bit. And I think what we're going to do, now we've got that pretty much done, the background, a little bit more right here, though. I just want to get a little bit more color in there. Just a little bit more. Just had to take a second look-see and change it up a little bit. That's why I changed some things to make it one cover. Okay, there we go. Kind of like, if you notice up here, it kind of looks a little bit green. And the reason why that green is in there is because the yellow and the blue make green. So if you know your color codes, that's why you don't want to over mix. You want to just subtle. Okay, I'm going to keep this brush for later, and we're going to go into mountains. So, where to put the mountains? First off, let's get some of that mountain mix. For that right here. Go into the mountain mixture and just kind of stretch it out. Butterfly it like that. Just take a little bit more. And then flatten it out. Slide it off. Get to where you have just a little bit. I'm going to do one more flat real quick. I wasn't happy with that. Just take it like that, this way. So we'll start right here with the mountain, probably there, going down, high, right here, down this way, off to the side, maybe more of shadows there. Then we take another batch right here and continue on. Probably maybe a little cliff right here, up a little higher, maybe one more jagged down, another one jagged right here, off to the side. Now, don't worry about that because the wood is always in the back. We're going to finish that off with a brush. So one side, you'll see how this gets cleaned up real quick. Continue on here. Now, don't want to do a plateau, so we'll just go maybe like a twin peak maybe, or one lower right here. Then down here, a little valley going back up. Another peak right here. Another peak right here. Continue down. Okay. We're going to get some more paint in the middle. You want to get it coming down here a little bit. And just push it down. Push it down. Get a little bit more paint. Mash it down. Mash it down.
Smash it, smash it.
I'm probably going to add Prussian green. Just a little bit. Mix it with that black mountain mixture. Make it a darker. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Yep. More darker. Okay. Now, this is where I start using my angled brush to do the sides here. Angle brush is an awesome tool. I don't know if many of you use it, but I definitely use it. This is your angle brush. And what it does is, you'll see, it makes your painting really, really good. So you want to get a lot of paint in there. You want to get a lot of paint. And then just fix your ends up here with this brush. And you'll notice what it's doing is it's taking care of the edges more better, more stronger. I mean, a lot more in control. And I guess that's what it is. You know, it's your painting. You control how you want it to be. And that's why I guess I like art so much. Just, I like creating things. And I find total happiness in it. Very cool. So we're going to do another edge here. Probably another spike right here. Going down. Another spike. Going down. Then this kind of plateauing off like that. And we'll get this paint in, because this right here, man, this is a lot of paint. I'll fix this in a minute, guys. Just gotta fill in the details. Fix this peak right here. And we'll maybe have, sure, we'll have another peak. Another peak right here. Can't have too much peaks. And just get that finished off. Fill in the little inside here. And now when you get to this point to where you got your pretty much filled in, well, you gotta still do this side first, so let's finish this real quick, guys. And then down this way, kind of in the valley, another spike with a big mountain, maybe going up this way, then going down. We'll make this kind of in a peak. Make this kind of like a plateau. Alrighty. Fix this mess up over here. And we're just gonna just like that. Kind of like Mountain Peaks 101. Spread it out a little bit, make sure it's even. Okay, now that we're at this point, you gotta stretch the painting out. You gotta get that black down. You're gonna see the white, because that's the white's coming from the liquid white that we had earlier. That's what's going. So right there, now I'm going to get a lot of this paint off. I want to get it clear, because the thinner the paint, the better you can paint over it. You want to get a lot of that stuff off. So we're going to go back to the scraper and we'll scrape it off. Put this to the side right now. 5-inch. Okay. And we'll just get the paint and scrape it off. Scrape it off. Scrape it off. Okay, you see how much comes off. I hear it's still continuing. We'll go this way and just scrape a lot of this off here. Same thing. And you can see more and more paint. I think I'll do one more pass and I should be good to go. Okay, I think that's good enough. Now, how do we want our mountain to look? We got to put some lines showing where the division is between each segment of mountain to make it more detailed. So, I can go in with the number 2. Maybe I'm at dirty brush again. I'll just go ahead with it. And get the paint off my fingers here. So, always wear gloves because paint is messy. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and start wiping some of this down. Then pulling it. Pulling it. Pulling it. Pulling it. Getting the ends. And we're trying to thin that mountain out as much as we can. Oop, got a little bit in there. That's okay though. Go back here. Get this part of the mountain. Go. Okay, scrape here. A little bit here, a little bit there. Okay. Go ahead and clean my brush again here. Still using it without using any of the thinner. Just still dry brushing it. And dry brushing using less thinner is actually, I found it's a lot more easier. But just gotta make sure you get all the paint out of the brushes before you add different paint. Okay, so now a little bit more thinning, a little bit more. And then we'll detail this mountain. Okay, looks good. I'm happy with it. I'm happy. Okay. By the way, this painting canvas is 18 by 24. I usually use 18 by 24s, white or black canvases. 16 by 20 or 24 by 24 or 20 by 24. Alrighty. Just a little bit here. Still got a little bit of paint on my glove here. I want to get it off. Okay, so now we could put the number 2 brush down for now. And let's go back to the angle brush, which is right here. And we're going to put some detail on which way the mountains are going. Okay, so let's say, actually, let's hold off just on the angle brush for a minute. Let's try making a number 1 blender brush. Number 1 Bob Ross blender brush. Okay, here we go. We're gonna have the mountain probably come down like here, kind of like this way, out to the side. This one coming down this way, right here, straight down. I don't know if you guys could see that, but I'm having it kind of like going like this, in this pattern. Then we're going to go over here to this mountain. This is going to be in the background here. We're going to take this top peak here, kind of like maybe coming down like this way, a little bit to the side right here. And what this does is just make the mountains angled so you can see kind of the way the mountain's flowing. Okay, so here you got that under part going. And then this side down here, probably off to the side over here, down this way. And we'll just bring this kind of like this way. Kind of this angle. And so on, so forth. This one's pretty much done. So, kind of like this, going down here, the runoff. So if you see the way the mountains are going, you can kind of understand what you're looking at. Like this right here. Okay. You know, we probably won't do no snow, Jason. I could just leave it like this. And I could just put, you know, mist coming up this way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would look good.
And we'll try that. Always pushing up on the brush. Going up this way, back down this way, kind of like up here a little bit. And going off to the side. Okay. Let me dry the brush off a little bit more. Get some of that excess paint off. Okay. I'm going to blend it in, just lifting up on it. Make it have that glow. Just now, if you kind of look at it, you can see what it's doing. You got mist coming here, just and there you go. Gives us some mist. So now that the water level is pretty much down here, let's make a shoreline. What we're going to do is probably make a grassy hill down this way with some trees in the background. Cuts off here, maybe planes out, maybe grows here. We have some bigger trees on this side. So let's see what that will come out to be. I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to use, I guess I could use my fan brush it, or I should use a number 1 and just be really gentle, but I feel safer with the fan brush, so we'll just go with fan brush. I can also use a filbert too. Filbert would give the same effect. Actually, guys, filbert. Let's do that. Let's see the magic what a filbert can do. Okay, so background, not so dark. We want to make it lighter. So we'll go Prussian. Some Prussian. A little bit mixed with sap green. A little bit of Prussian. Let's put a little bit of blue in there too. I want to get some of that light blue in there. Get that light blue in there. Give it some blue. Some more white. Give it lighter color. More blue. You guys can see how that's coming out now. And we're gonna go like this and see what it does. Okay, and we're just gonna make some small trees going down this way. So maybe right here. Not so pronounced, just small and lighter, so it gives it depth further away. Then we go down here, maybe like this to the finer parts. You can see those little trees kind of sticking out. Kind of like right here, there, a little bit there, going in here, a little bit more paint. Maybe we'll add just a little bit of dark in there too, but I kind of like it with the mist. Kind of gives it a really cool look. Over here. More pounds here. Straight down. Straight down. Maybe kind of like straight across like this. A little more. Get some more paint. And up here it's going to be more bigger. So maybe like right here. Then all of a sudden it's coming back towards us like this. Down here. It's getting bigger. Get some more to the side. Right there, Jason?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. To the side here. Sorry about that, guys. I did hit the camera by accident. Going up this way. Get more pronounced. Okay. Maybe we'll add some little bit of dark places in there, and we'll give it some mist. It's gonna look good. Okay, so a little bit of transparency. I want a little bit of more transparency. Just a little bit more. I want just enough. That looks good. This looks good. I do like this color. Don't want to give too much, so just keeping it a little bit here and there. Don't want to put too much in there. Okay, now let's get some details in those stems that look like stems, but now we're going to turn them into trees. So a little bit more detail. like I said, distance trees, they don't need a lot of detail. Just make them look like trees best you can. Just go with that. And you can see how there's not much detail in distance trees, but nonetheless, it still gives it a good effect. Okay, you're there. We'll go ahead and put some mist up here, and we'll make that another layer of mist. So we're going to go ahead and clean this brush up. And this one, the filbert, I'm going to use a thinner to get it clean, to get it cleaned up. Just one more dip. And we're going to clean this one still. Again, it makes it look a lot better than it was. Okay. Now, next, let's do some of that mist and get some of that fog going. So, we'll go back with the number 1. And put some mist in here just by pushing up on the brush. So what do you think, Jason?
It's looking good, looking good.
All right, so now you can see the mountain background pushed back. This is now in front of it pushed back. And now we're going to make a little shoreline. And then we're going to make bigger trees right here, bigger trees on this side, and put some water details in the water, and that's pretty much it. We'll call it done. No clouds, clear sky. On some of my other paintings, I have them the same way with no clouds. But, yeah, I mean, it's definitely good. Clear it up there a little bit. All right, it's still dry. So, let me see. Shoreline. We're going to probably use some Van Dyke brown. Also white. We're going to have to make white to make a shoreline. So let's do that. Just take the white. We could use the blue still. Ain't going to hurt it. And just flatten it out. Cut a little bit. Cut a little bit. Towards on the brush. That's some sticky white paint, man. Okay, and make shoreline maybe right about here. We'll call it good. Just go straight across. Straight across. Probably up here. Man, that's some real thick paint. I might have to thin it out a little bit. It's pretty thick. Actually, I'm not even gonna thin it out. I'm going to. Take my fan brush. Get a little bit of that medium. And mix it into that white. And we'll hold this brush here for a minute because we're not done with it yet. Go back to that white and mix it in with that medium. Get it thinner. Okay. And you can see how it thins that paint out. It's not so thick. I'm gonna redo this right here too. I don't like how thick that is. Okay. Maybe right here. Maybe out here a little bit. A little bit more. Get a little bit more. Going up here, around this way. Okay. So we can put a little bit of brown in there. And we'll keep this water clear. But I'm going to put some details in the water. Just right here, maybe. It's kind of like just spreading it on. And you should be able to make out the water now. I mean, with the lines in, it gives it a little bit more effect. Okay. A little bit more white in the middle. I think we're done with this part. I did it again. Right there?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to do something with that camera in the future that's gonna keep running into it. Okay, I think we're looking good here, guys, with the water part. I'm liking it. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna put a little bit of shoreline in here, some brown. Okay, we're done with that. We'll put that away. Let's go in with the brown, Van Dyke brown, and we're going to use I could probably still do a little bit of the shoreline with the number 1, with number 5, and just spread it on. So we'll take some of that Van Dyke brown and we'll mix a little bit of white in it because we want to make it like a marble, kind of a marble-ish color. Don't over mix it, just keep it marble. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now, just What are you thinking, Jason?
It's looking good.
Alrighty. It's a little thick over here, though. I want to thin that out a little bit. Okay, that's better. Alrighty. Okay, now we got the shoreline done. The water looks done. So let's put some big trees in there. I don't want to cover up the mountains so much. I'd like to put a little bit more detail in the mountain though, but I guess we could if I just be patient with it. Maybe just a little bit. I'm going to see what that does. Just a tad of lines. Just a little bit of lines. Kind of gives it depth a little bit. Just enough. Just enough. You know what I'm thinking, Jason? He was born in the Rocky Mountain, huh?
Colorado.
Okay. Maybe if I put a little bit of brush in there too, I'll kind of, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to get brave, guys. I'm going to do that. I think this will help it out a lot. I'm going to get brave with that filbert brush. Actually, not filbert, sorry. Angle brush. I'm just going to grab some more of that paint, just a little bit here and there. And just see if I can get some dark in there. Okay. Kind of stretch it out a little bit. Kind of see where I'm going with it?
Mm-hmm. That I can.
You got to make it look more 3D.
got to bring out the details.
Yep. Very important. I'm going to put a little bit more black in the valleys.
Mm-hmm.
Or those, what do you call them? Kind of like glaciers in a way, but
Yeah.
it's not glacier. It's not snowing. But you know what I mean.
Well, a lot of time those glaciers are there full time, fully, year round. So.
Yeah, that's true, huh? That is true. Yep. That's what it needed. Now you can see it pronounced like that there.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta fix this over here again. Make this more straight. And more spread out that way, that way. Makes it look a lot better, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to do another little valley right there on that side, just to kind of even it out. One on each side's good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes? Clean up the brush. And one little finish touch up. I think you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to blend that in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. Number one. I'd say that looks pretty good. Right?
Yeah.
Last thing, we're down to trees. Okay. Now, let's go with a fan brush. Left the white on too long. I'm sure that's going to probably interfere with it because I need to get that sucker dark to make it penetrate the underpaint. So, trick is use thin paint on top of thick paint because thin paint will stick to thick paint. A thin paint won't stick to a thinner paint when it comes to wet on wet. It just does not work. You just get a mud mess. So we're gonna start off with a tree right here, going down, and we're gonna use several colors to mix this tree. Going back with the number 5 blade. Mountain mixture. We're going to use Van Dyke Brown, a little bit of green, sap green, and a little bit of more of Prussian blue, and put it into that mixture. Let's see what we get. We want it nice and dark. Put this out of the way for it now. And I'd call that really dark, which I want. And I'm also going to put a little bit of either thinner, or we can use the medium, 1 to 2, and mix that medium into it. Make it nice and thin. Nice and thin. Probably too thin. I'm probably too much in there. We'll find out. We can always cover it if it gets too bad. Okay, here we go. So let's do a tree right there, right before the ravine. So just go. Well, I got the texture right because it sure is sticking. And we'll go a little higher. I want to go a little bit up there in the white and in the yellow. So let's go a little higher. Okay. All right. Always go to the corner and just do a zigzag pattern. I'll probably use more of this paint. I got it really thick up here. Right here. Then we'll start going across. Not attended what I tended. It's too thick. I got the paint too thin. So it is blotching. That's okay. We can always go over it. It's not going to hurt it. When you get something like that, there's ways of fixing it. Bob Ross style. And that means using a number 2 big brush. And it just makes a big tree. But in case you do get little mistakes like that, you don't have bad mistakes, you just have happy mistakes because you know you correct them. Too thin. Got too thin. I knew it when I was making it. I gotta make it thicker. And that's just a recorrection. More brown. Push that paint up in there. You want to get into the bristle. Okay, let's try this. That came out really bad. That normally doesn't happen, folks, but don't worry. I got positive I'm going to fix it. Maybe using a thinner paint ain't such a bad idea after all. Let's try this. Thinner always works. Like I said, a thinner paint will stick to a thicker paint. Getting slowly better, Jason. But we'll see if I can save it. It needs to be darker though. It can't be so light. It has to be dark. It has to be dark. Let's get some of that mountain mix in there. Gotta push the paint in that bristle. It is fixing it. What do you think, Jace?
Yeah, I can definitely see some improvement.
I'm making it really dark, dude. Try to get those things covered up. But I gotta be careful not to make the mixture too brown, or too blue, what you call blue. I want to make it more to a brownish green. So we'll see what this right here, final touch, will do. And we are going to use some more thinner. Don't want to get a mud mix, and looks like I'm going that way. Better?
Yeah. Yep.
I know what it needs. It needs bark in it, for one. I can make more mountain right here. Landmass. Tree sitting on top of it. Kind of yes or no?
I would say kind of yeah, but you're going to definitely need a little bit of separation because it almost looks like just all tree.
Yep.
It's the same color palette.
I'm going to do some bushes in here so it separates the tree. So I'm going to make those highlight like yellow and a lighter yellow in the bushes. So it kind of makes the tree a tree. And I get a lot of this paint out. I'm gonna hit it one more time. It's another one. Another go at it. the camera okay?
Yeah, looks all right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, the bushes. We're going to use the yellow. Should I thin it out? Or should I stay with it? Yeah. Yellow. That's pretty thin, man. Okay, let's try that. That looks pretty good. Kind of better?
Yeah, you can notice the separation on the landscape from the tree now.
It's better?
Yeah.
So yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Makes a difference, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one more splash. I want to put a little bit more yellow in there, bright yellow. Okay, let's try to do one more tree, and I'm try to attempt one over there. No fear.
Fortune favors the bold, as they say.
Yep. Okay. Let's go here. This brush has taken quite a beating. I'm going to still try to say that it's thin enough to where it should be okay. This one is coming out better than my first attempt. A little bit of brown. Mix some brown in there. It did come out better.
Mm-hmm.
Get some more green. Get some green in that tree. I'm trying to do layering in this one to give it lighter and darker
Mm-hmm.
to make it kind of defined, but ain't gonna be much help trying to save that tree. Thank you, saved. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, only one thing left to do. Sign it.
Yep.
Okay, so let me get that done. Off. Can you see it? Just wanted to say thank you for watching, and with me and Jason Herr, and we'll both talk to you later. And God bless.
Have a good day.
Peace out.